Hey everyone, I'm just starting this journey and honestly, it's not easy. Creating content like this takes a lot of time, passion, and energy. I'm doing my best to bring you something different, something exciting, and I really need your support. If you enjoy this video, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing. Every bit of support means the world to me right now. You can help me grow one step at a time. Now, let me take you into a story that's full of emotion, twists, and mystery. Trust me, you won't want to miss this one. Let's begin. The story begins with our protagonist standing confidently before a panel of judges. Amongst them, a beautiful woman couldn't hide her admiration for his impeccable acting. She asked him if he had studied acting at university or abroad, but he surprised them all by saying he had taught himself everything. The judges were stunned, and one of them said, "This isn't acting, this is real emotion." Despite this, our protagonist showed no sign of nervousness. Instead, he asked them not to air what he had performed. He even threatened to sue them if they did, which shocked and rattled the panel. One of the judges called him arrogant, but another person remarked, if he enters the acting world, he'll change everything. His name is Wojin, and he stood there awkwardly, recalling the strange situation that happened during his performance. Just the day before, he had been dealing with a severe hangover from drinking too much, and he thought he had quit his job and celebrated with his friend, Dai. But the surprise, he didn't remember anything. Dai called him and asked, "Did you make it home safely?" Wojin was completely confused, unsure if he had even participated in the audition. Dai told him that they had agreed to apply for the Super Actor Show, a talent competition aired on SBC. They were looking for acting talents, from amateurs to professionals. It was then that Wojin realized it was time to turn his passion into a career. The problem? Wojin completely forgot that he had signed up, and he was feeling exhausted. Dai urged him to participate, saying, "Just do it, and I'll treat you to your favorite meal later." When he found out that the actress Hin would be one of the judges, his face flushed with excitement and he couldn't wait to see her. In that moment, Wojin agreed immediately to go, and off they went to the competition. Meanwhile, Dai was a nervous wreck. He began to sweat and rushed to the bathroom, but they called his name, and Wojin couldn't believe it, completely shocked. But the announcer repeated the call and Dai was still in the bathroom. The announcer said, "We can't wait any longer." If Dai didn't return, his name would be disqualified. Wojin begged them to give him some time, but the seconds were ticking away. He entered the room and the judges were waiting. The tension began to creep up on him. They handed him a script and asked him to perform impromptu, and as he held the paper, something strange happened. A black square appeared, and when he touched it, he was suddenly sucked into a dark world. He found himself in a strange place. Everything around him felt unreal, yet incredibly vivid. Suddenly, new words appeared on the page. The terrified man was still trying to grasp what was happening, while Black Super had already finished his preparations, and everything around them was breathing at only 10% capacity. When Wojin heard strange sounds echoing through the darkness, he called out nervously, "Is someone there?" As soon as the reading began, the entire place transformed into a crimson forest. Wojin looked around, thinking maybe he was dreaming, but it felt way too real to be just a dream. Out of nowhere, a chilling sense of danger rushed through his body, and he sprinted, running as fast as he could, no idea what was chasing him or why. He kept thinking as he ran, "Why now? Why does it feel like something's hunting me?" Then suddenly a man appeared behind him, calmly saying, "How about you stop running?" Before Wojin could react, his foot caught on a tree root and he hit the ground hard. The man got closer. Wojin was crying, begging him to stop. But then came the shock. The man stabbed him with a knife. He laughed as he tortured Wojin in a horrifying, brutal way, like he was enjoying it. Back in the real world, Wojin was screaming at the top of his lungs, collapsing on the floor in front of the judges. Everyone in the room was stunned by how realistic his acting was. But the one who looked the most impressed was Hein. Wojin was still lying on the ground trying to process what had just happened, super embarrassed that he'd accidentally exposed his experience with Black Super, so he made a quick decision to act like nothing happened. His eyes still sparkling, Hein asked, "Did you learn acting somewhere?" Deep down, Wojin was screaming from how beautiful she was, but he held it together, put on a tough face, and replied confidently, "I taught myself." One of the judges looked shocked. You acted like that without any training. Woo Jin shrugged. It wasn't that hard. He just hoped no one would focus on how awkward it had all been. And as he walked away, he casually said, "If you use my acting in the broadcast, I'll sue." He left them all confused. Everyone convinced he was genuinely talented, even after going totally off script. Hayne whispered, "That whole I taught myself thing, big fat lie." And from that moment on, the snowball started rolling. Woo Jin, completely unaware of how fast things were escalating, ran into Dai, who had just come out of the bathroom. Woo Jin asked, "How'd the audition go?" Dai replied, "I got eliminated after 15 seconds. Then he asked, "Wait, were you the one who went in instead of me? The judges were asking about you." Woo Jin suddenly felt awkward. "It's not a big deal," he muttered. Then he spotted the script Dai was holding and asked for it. The moment he got it, Black Super showed up again. Woo Jin knew immediately. If he touched it, he'd get pulled into another strange world. He read the script carefully, and it felt exactly like what happened to him on the mountain. That's when he realized he had chosen the scary man character, or at least something similar. He needed to confirm a few things, so he asked Dai, "Do you have any other scripts at home?" Dai looked surprised. "Yeah, I've got some." Then he narrowed his eyes. "Why are you suddenly into scripts? You hate TV." He looked at Woo Jin like something was off. Dai checked something with anxious eyes. While Jin had finally stumbled upon 2 scripts from a famous drama, as soon as his eyes fell on them, he noticed the Black Super placed quietly nearby, as if it had been silently observing them all along. Jin quickly finished reading the first script, muttering to himself that he needed to check the timing on the second one. He slowly extended his hand, touched the Black Super, and turned to Dai with a light tone, saying, "Focus closely with me." Suddenly, as if a curtain had been pulled back, they were engulfed in a vision of outer space. There, when Jin's eyes landed on the white square, he felt as if the number inside it swelled with every new script or scenario he added. It was as if time itself bowed to him, counting its breaths according to the stories he gathered. But when he decided to leave, he found his feet stuck, trapped between the voids. He let out scattered cries, lost in the vastness, echoing through invisible corners. With one final desperate scream, the path cleared and he was thrown back into the real.